Welcome to the Hemlock State Explorer. We are at the trail spur to Umbrella Rocks, as indicated by that yellow post, in State Game Lands 44 of Elk County, outside of Ridgeway. We're just outside of Allegheny National Forest, exploring the rock formations of State Game Lands 44. We are on our way right now after visiting Umbrella Rock to a formation known as Devil's Den. You can check out Umbrella Rock at part 1 of this adventure at Hemlock State Explorer, and we're glad you're joining us on part 2 of this adventure to find Devil's Den. After Umbrella Rock, we took the dirt road downhill and past a logged area to our right, and then followed the curve of the road left, and then at coordinates that you can find at hemlockstateexplorer.com, we took the turnoff to the Devil's Den, which was a dirt road at first, very easy to follow, and after a little bit it got slightly rocky and the trail narrowed, but after a short distance I think we've arrived at the Devil's Den. Again, a very easy trail, one you could take families on, and this is a spectacular formation already. Look at this overhang. Looks like a fireplace, or a campfire rather. And ooh, look at that. Looks like we have some crevices to explore. Make our way around here. There's a narrow crevice. We'll climb up here. One moment. Okay, we needed our hands and feet to climb up over that rock. Looks like you could come up another way perhaps. Oh wow, we're loving this. Reminds me of Bilger's Rocks, of course, on a much smaller scale. There's a narrow crevice. And look at this moss, like velvet lining of this passageway. Oh, fantastic. What a fun place to explore. Yes, definitely get the family out here. It's easy to get to, and the kids and even the adults will be thrilled. All right, we'll come up here. Wonder where this leads. Okay, this might be a pathway. I'm wondering if we can get on top of the rock formation somehow. Okay, well, I see animal tracks. Looks like there are more smaller rock outcroppings and overhangs. Make it past some greenbrier. All right, I'm going to put the camera down and climb up these rocks. After knocking the snow off the boots, we were able to climb to the top of the formation. It reminds me somewhat of the Bartlett Mountain Bogs near the Wilkes-Barre area. Or is it Scranton? I forget. But I can look that up and share that with you on the website. Here's a big fissure. Okay, I think that's where we just crawled or passed through. Yeah, we can see the passageway down below. We'll take a hop across the fissure. All right. Okay, that's what we just jumped across. Being careful of the snow. There's the passageway. Well, pretty nice view from up here of the woods. Thankful that it's dry up here. Okay, yes. There's the passageway right down there. And there's the trail we came in on. What a fun formation. I see a cross up here on a tree. Wonder if it's a memorial. Take another hop across the fissure. Being careful, of course, of ice and snow. EDGAM 2020, 2022, and 2023. I don't know what that means. Here's a view of some of the boulders. We'll zoom out a bit. And the landscape. And it looks like we're at the edge of the mountain. From on top of the Devil's Den formation, we see another crevice down below in that formation next to us. Let's get down there and explore that. We are crouching underneath the large overhang of the campsite area underneath Devil's Den, and we'll explore another fissure and take you along with us. Okay, tight squeeze with the backpack on. Maybe I should have taken the backpack off. Step up. There we go. Oh, what an adventure. Looks like this is leading us out to the edge of the mountain. Oh, another fissure, a narrow one. Another overhang. Let's see if we can climb up over this. It looks like the fissure leads out. Let me put the camera down so I can make that jump. Okay, after making the jump down, looks like it's a dead end after all. This is where we just came from. We were up there. We jumped down into this little pit area. And this is where it leads us. Oh, okay, I guess it looks like animal tracks are up here, so I guess we can make it out. I'll have to put the camera down again for this climb. This is the crevice we just climbed through. And there's the jump we made into that pit area, and we're able to climb up that mossy rock. Now, if you look back up to the top of the formation, you can see that it would be possible to climb all the way to the top, maybe up these terraces, but on account of the snow and the ice, we'll save that for another day. But don't worry, there's still more to explore, and still the fissure and the other rock formation we haven't visited yet. We are now on the other side of Devil's Den. Looks like there's another overhang. I guess one could camp in here if one was so inclined. Very cool. Still looking for that. Okay, here it is. I remember this projection, and we were on top of that, not on top of that exactly, a little bit behind it, but over here and to the right, between these two formations should be, oh, take a look at that first. Yeah, over here and to the right should be that other crevice that we saw from the top of the Devil's Den formation. Maybe not. Maybe it's over in this next boulder. Okay, here it is. Whoa. Yes, here's the crevice we saw. Let's take a walk in. It looks like it terminates fairly quickly. So, yeah, I'd stay in here. What do you think? You look at the ridges along the rocks. Ah, spectacular. Looks like there's even more rocks over there. I'm so happy that we get to share this with you. After emerging from one of the fissures in that rock formation, we saw this well-worn trail to another, even larger rock formation. What is this? Was that just the baby devil's den? And this is what, the daddy devil den? Okay, well let's follow this trail and investigate. There was a trail to our right. This seems to be more well-worn, so we'll take this first up through this mountain laurel stand. And I'm thankful that even in the snow, although there are no blazes, the trail is easily discernible. What do you think about this? Large mountain laurels above us. Okay. Oh, another mountain laurel stand. It's nice to see some green. The trees have lost their leaves several weeks ago, so there really is not a whole lot green, except for the mountain laurels and the hemlocks and pines and ferns and other various evergreens. It's refreshing to see some green. Continuing upward, and this is a gradual climb. The trail levels out now. We'll take this clearer trail first. So we're on top of the formation clearly, and the good stuff is probably down below us. But generally speaking, if there's a trail, it typically leads to something. Okay, it looks like it may indeed lead to something, and that something being scenic overlooks. Well, let's get up on this rock and get the lay of the land. Nothing too terribly spectacular. We see the tops of trees. We see a lot of fog. Maybe the view would be better if it weren't for the fog. Here's another overlook with more of a panoramic view, although can't see much of anything other than treetops on account of this fog and dense overcast sky. Although while you're up here, be sure to pay attention to the really cool potholes. This really does remind me of the Bartlett Mountain Balds, which we'll need to share with you. I like the look of this Balds area with the sandy, shallow soil. Not much will grow up here, but it has a certain charm to it. Here's more rock outcroppings. I bet this would be Snake City in the summer, but unfortunately we won't see any of our serpentine friends. But that's not too terrible in that we don't have to be quite so cautious looking for them. There's another cool formation. Formations are better than the views at this point. Wow. Well, with the fissures we crawled through, and this formation up here and the balds, I would say that the Devil's Den just got promoted to a must-see. Loving these potholes up on the rocks. Of course, I would love them a little bit more if if it wasn't so icy. What a glorious area. We've come from the top of the rocks and encountered these massive formations. We came from that direction on top of the escarpment, and this just keeps going. We're in a wide angle. Let's zoom back in, and you can travel with us as we pass by these massive boulders. Thankful that there's something of a trail. There are no blazes, nothing to guide you. It may actually be more helpful that there is snow on the ground, just for the purposes of being able to discern a trail. Another massive beak-like boulder. I wonder if there's a fissure back in there. Let's go this way. Take a look. Look at this. A little campsite and a huge jumble of rocks. Let's take a closer look at this campsite underneath this massive outcropping. Very cool. Oh wow, I love this place. Here's another fissure. Let's see if it leads anywhere. Blocked by a large boulder. Take a peek over the top. It looks like a green oasis. Zoom in. Yeah, I think this is as far as we can go unless we can somehow make it from the top. This is pretty cool. The trail loops around the base of the rocks and climbs up through a large gap in the boulders and passes through a mountain laurel forest. And what do we have here? Oh, this is the best yet. It's like a private, secluded cave. Well, not quite cave, it's an overhang. But wow, this is spectacular. Huge. A natural shelter. Okay, so look here. Here's the oasis we saw. And here is the huge boulder that blocked it. We were looking down, up from down there. Let me zoom out. Yeah, this is the oasis. Oh man, this is so glorious. Praise the Lord. Wow. This is something you have to see. I'm going to go to wide angle for a minute. Take a look up. Then I'm going to turn around and you can take a look where we just came from. The snow against the green and the I don't know the sandy color of the rock, it really does make it look like an oasis of green and brown among all this white. What do we have here? A little cave. Let's drop the backpack. All right, we're now free of the backpack, so we can slide through here. And some icicles falling from above. And we've arrived at a little lookout area. Oh, there's icicles dripping right above us. We'll make it quick. Beautiful. And here's what we just crawled through to get up here. All right. There's the backpack. Let's head back through. We're on a rock ledge standing just above the oasis on this spectacular formation, and there is yet another cave. Let's take the backpack off and see if we can slide into this one. It looks like there's an easier entrance on the other side, but This is where we're at. Let's go take a look. Here we are inside the cave, and we'll put it on wide angle and pan around so you can see a view. That blaze orange down there is where we came in. Turning around. And then looks like we have a skylight up above, and some more passageways above us. But wow, this is really spectacular. When I first came in here, it reminded me of the climax scene of the movie True Grit. So I checked carefully for snakes, but we won't even think about that now. On our return trip, after we passed through the bulge and back down the Devil's Den formation, we encountered a passageway, which you see before you, that has multiple slot caves in this jumble of rocks. Well, you could spend some time crawling through these. Wow, it just keeps going. Multiple fissures, multiple little caves. There's another one down in here. It looks like that leads all the way to the bottom. One could slide on the leaves all the way to the bottom of that cave. But we will mark this. Whoa! So being mindful of the snow and the wet leaves, we will mark this at hemlockstateexplorer.com. Here's another passageway. I think it hooks up with that slot cave, and you can explore this at your leisure. Maybe not during snowy weather, but nevertheless, it is spectacular. When you're exploring the Pennsylvania woodlands, some adventures turn out to be just a nice walk in the woods, and other adventures they really fill your heart with joy and meet expectations. And then there are adventures like this. On this 2-part series, we saw 3 must-see rock formations: Umbrella Rock, Baby Devil's Den, and Daddy Devil's Den. This adventure in State Game Lands 44 of Elk County may just be one of the most underrated rock formation adventures that I've encountered. So I really hope you can get out here and experience it for yourself. We are limited to the media of video and photo, and they just don't do it justice. So to find all you need to know before you go, please visit hemlockstateexplorer.com. And until next time, we can't wait to see you on the next adventure.